MTG is just a wannabe. Yeah, you heard me. Yeah. And last night, at the State of the Union address, it was a despicable uh, event that occurred as a president of the United States of America was presenting the State of the Union address. He was totally disrespected, heckled, jeered, whatever you want to call it. It was uncalled for, and it shows you the state of the Republican MAGA party. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's anything goes and anything throws. And MTG is the face of the MAGA Republican Party. And if that's the condition of the Republican Party at this current time in 2023, I got to tell you, my guys, MTG is just a wannabe. Mm-hmm. I was very saddened to see what happened at the State of the Union address, where a sitting member of Congress would call out the President of the United States and call him a liar when he was not lying. So today we're going to talk about MTG is just a wannabe, and we're going to be, it's not being long, we're going to be long, we're going to be real quick with this. But I couldn't give it up. I was a little bit hurt. I was a little bit ashamed, a little bit taken aback by the events that occurred at the State of the Union address when President Biden was talking. It is common courtesy to respect an individual, whether they're president, I don't care what their status is, whether the president or it could be a king, could be a queen. When someone is speaking at the podium, it is current policy and courtesy to give them your undivided attention. Because if they're speaking, ladies and gentlemen, that means that they have something to give, something to impart to the audience that's supposed to be what? Listening. You cannot listen and at the same time shout jeering, nasty remarks to the president. And so she is the face of the nasty MAGA Republican Party. So then I'm gonna look at it real quick. We're gonna run this. Focus today, coming up for today, MTG, liar. Yeah, that's what she said. You called the president of the United States a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Mm-hmm. That's what she did, man. She called the president of the United States of America. That's what she did, man. A liar. Who does that? Marjorie Taylor Greene does that. A low-class so-called congresswoman that has no respect for authority. How could someone like that get into the member of Congress, be a sitting member of Congress? I don't know. But that's the status of the MAGA Republican Party and where we've come to. No hocus pocus, just focus, verbal focus for today, MTG. What she said, what she did, and how the American people are reflecting upon what she did and how she said and her behavior in that State of the Union address, okay? Now, when people act like that, ladies and gentlemen, there needs to be a new policy regarding who is allowed into the State of the Union address. Mm-hmm. Congress should be listening attentively, learning. You're not there to heckle. That is not your purpose. You are not there to call people out their name. That is not your purpose. Your purpose as a junior congresswoman is to listen and learn. And when you listen and learn, you may not burn. But what she did, she listened, she didn't learn, and she burned. She called someone a liar when he was not lying, as we will discover today. All right, that's a verbal focus for today. We're just gonna look at what she did. First thing, real quick, got a couple of videos for you. We out, man. We out. We got a lot of people here. We out. Okay. First video I want to show you. I'll set this up real quick. This is about the actual event where she called the president of the United States, President Biden, a liar. He's giving his address. He mentioned something about the programs that the Republicans were trying to produce or trying to promote. And it entailed a possibility of cutting back Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. I kid you not. And so when he said that, it was the truth, she called him a liar. Because either she didn't know it or she was in herself in her own ignorance was lying. I don't know which one it was. Okay. But that's what this is. I want you to see it for yourself. And then we'll put another brief video right after this so we can show you what she said after her big lie. Okay. You ready? Here we go. Maceo, roll it tight, man. Roll it tight.
Take the economy hostage. I get it. Unless I agree to their economic plans. All of you at home should know what those plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. That means Congress doesn't vote. Well, I'm glad to see you. No, I tell you, I enjoy conversion. You know, it means if Congress doesn't keep the programs the way they are, they'd go away. Other Republicans say, I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a significant, but it's being proposed by individuals. I'm not politely not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look, folks, the idea is that we're not going to be moved into being threatened to default on the debt if we don't respond. Folks, so folks, as we all apparently agree, Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right? They're not to be started. All right.
So, there you have it, my friends. A sitting member of Congress, United States of America, Congress, House of Representatives, called the current president of the United States of America a liar. And the whole world watched it live TV. How disrespectful, how despicable, how disgusting is that individual? Whether you agree or don't agree, you're not to do that in public on a world view television. You just don't do that. And so that's why if they have these events in the entertainment section where if they're live events, they have like 3 and 5 second delays. They should have had a 5 second delay on that so that you could cut that part out. They should do it for public events as well as entertainment events. Okay. So that was wrong. And I wish that had never happened, but it did. So now I showed you what happened. Now I'm going to show you the aftermath of what happened. It just didn't. You think it would just somebody would say, "Well, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to call you. I shouldn't have said that, and I wasn't aware of what you was referring to, and I'm so sorry." But no, not MTG. MTG is obstinate. She's stubborn, and she's just a mini Trump. Okay, mini orange man. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what she had to say. Hold up, and then I'm gonna show you the truth. I'm gonna set this video up. Next video. I'm gonna show you what she had to say. Number one, right? And then you'll see after she has to what she has to say about what she said that night. Is 2 other videos or short snippets of which will show that what President Biden said about Republicans wanting to cut out Social Security and cut out Medicaid and Medicare is true. Okay, there are 2 senators that are proposing it. One of them has a 12-point plan on it, and so it's true. It was not a lie, and he was not lying. Okay, so I just want you to bring this to your attention because I want people to be well informed and just don't figure out what she was lying. Was he? She said he was lying, so he was lying. Now, just because she said he was lying, does that make him a liar? No. It makes her ignorant. Maceo, set this up. Let's go.
We've not talked about cutting Social Security and Medicare. Joe Biden has been claiming that we're going to cut Social Security and Medicare, but we're not. So we called him out on the House floor. I called him a liar.
Recently put out an 11-point plan to rescue America, two of the big points of which are, quote, all Americans should pay some income tax to have skin in the game, even if a small amount. Currently, over half of Americans pay no income tax. It also says all federal legislation sunsets in 5 years. If a law is worth keeping, Congress can pass it again. So that would raise taxes on half of Americans and potentially sunset programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security.
It's a
it's in the plan. It's in the plan.
But here's this thing about reality for a second. Let's talk about Medicare.
But Senator, hang on, John. So it's not a Democratic talking point. It's in the plan.
My objective to phase out Social Security, to pull it up by the roots and get rid of it.
So I say to you, MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, stop the lie, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Stop the lie and tell the truth. Like my mama said, tell the truth and shame the devil. Stop the lie. Biden was merely reflecting on a proposal that Senator Rick Scott of Florida put before his desk that he wanted enacted. And that is he wanted Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and any other government program that's funded to be curtailed after 5 years, and then people decide whether they want to keep it or not. Who does that? You know, what if the people decide they don't want to keep it? That means you got millions of people that are depending on those plans out, you know, high and dry. You know, how inconsiderate would that be? You know, and so when they were caught on national public TV with their pants down, they reacted in a very, very acute, terrible manner, trying to reflect the fact that he was a liar when he was not a liar. You know, we have the right to tell the truth. And you have the right to say you don't believe in it, but you don't have the right to call somebody a liar if you cannot prove it's a lie. She couldn't prove it, but she opened a big fat mouth and said it was a lie, but it was not a lie. He told the truth. And on the national television, or anybody could go to rescueamericaplan.com, and you can see Senator Rick Scott's 12-point plan. And in that plan, I think it was item number 8 or 9, was saying he would curtail every federally funded plan. Okay, cut it out totally. Okay, and then after 5 years, let the people decide whether they call it sunset. Sunset means let it fade out, let it die out after 5 years, and then the people would decide whether they want to bring that back or not. How does that, man? You know how inconsiderate that would be. That millions of people would be left out in the cold with no money, no medical provisions at all. And if the people want to decide whether they want it back, how stupid is that? That's why President Biden called out the hypocrisy of the Republican Party. They say one thing and then they do another. They made this plan to cut out Medicare and a whole bunch of other federally funded programs, and they're pushing that agenda. But when they get on the national scene, as you saw last night, they said, well, we're not going to cut Social Security. We don't want to stop the lie. Marjorie, Senator Rick Scott, stop the lie. Senator Mike Lee of Utah, stop the lie. The truth is that is on your agenda. And so when you own up to the truth, then you have not the right to call somebody a lie. Biden was telling the truth, and you were telling a lie, MTG, because you just a wannabe. She wants to be in the limelight. She wants to be vice president when she's not qualified to be an anti-president. Yeah, she's not. When you have a person calling the most highest a figure in political in America, a liar in front of the whole nation, in front of the whole world? You know how does that make you feel when he's telling the truth? How does she feel? Like egg on her face. Okay, you can't do that, lady. If you listen to MTG, you should drop on your knees and ask for forgiveness, not only from the American public, from the Lord, and also from your president. Yes, you're right. That's right. I said your president. He is your president, whether you want him to be or not. He's my president, where I wanted him to be or not. He is the president of the United States of America. And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, he should be respected. When Trump was in office, you remember I kept telling you, I don't respect the things he does. I don't respect how he is, but I respect the office. If nothing else, ladies and gentlemen, she should have respect for the office. You don't call the person in the office a liar on national TV. You don't do that. That's wrong. And that shows you, ladies and gentlemen, the status of the Republican Party. It is in total disarray. And the leadership is headed up by, in my opinion. And the face of the Republican Party is what you last nothing but one. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. I couldn't sleep. When I saw that, I was like, what? She said, what? It bothered me so much, man. I mean, on a national scene, who does that, man? Yeah. And people that do that have no moral values. They have no respect for those in authority. And so she just showed her butt on national TV. And then when you think about it, that's how she is. When I was coming up, when people like that, there were white people like that, we call them. In my area, when I was coming up, they act a fool like that, we call them. I'm gonna give you the initials. PWT. That's what we call them. And the last initial stand for trash. I ain't gonna give the first. I'm not gonna tell you the first two letters, but it's P. We call them PWT. And the T stands for trash. That's the kind of people we call them, because that's what she reflects. Trashy behavior, alley cat behavior, wrong behavior. Okay. It's not about whether you agree with someone else's political views or political ideals or not. That's not the issue. The issue is your behavior. The issue is your attitude. You don't have to agree with me, but you should have a modicum of respect. You should have a modicum of decency and have the ability to hear me out. They didn't even want to hear Biden out. And he was merely reflecting the plan that they put on his desk to sign. They are trying to strong arm him on signing bills and so forth, or they'll hold up the debt ceiling. And one of the things they're trying to strong arm is try to cut out Medicare. He's not going to do it. That's why he brought it up. And the problem is, Republican Party fell into Biden's hand. He did it. Biden, let me tell you this. President Biden did an awesome job last night. He got the Republicans to show their butt out on national TV. And the main head honcho is not Kevin McCarthy. He's not running the Republican Party. I know he is the Republican head man in the Congress, but he's a Republican leader in the Congress, the House of Representatives, but he's not running that. You know who's running there? MTG. Marjorie Taylor Greene and her gang. They running it, and they all are MAGA idiots. I'm sorry, I say that. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. They are all MAGA politicians. Okay, yeah. Make America great again. America's always great, and it's always going to be great. So trying to do something over that's already there doesn't make sense in the first place. Okay, so I'm telling you, man, I was just disheartened by that. I wasn't happy about her behavior, and and she's from the state of Georgia, my home state, where I live. I don't see how she could get into Congress with that attitude. And now I know why Nancy Pelosi stripped her last time, when the first year of Congress, she stripped her of all committee assignments because the things that she was saying, leaving in QAnon and all that kind of craziness. And she tried to, they had a hearing on it. She tried to hide her views and the values about it, but it still came through. You can try to hide it, everything you want, but your attitude will come out in your behavior at some point in time. So everybody now has seen who she is, what she is, and the way she is. And I'm gonna tell you, you think I'm the only one that feels this way? No. I'm gonna show you a couple more things. Then we're gonna ride the train, we out. I'm gonna show you a couple more things that people are saying about MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, people don't like this. American public does not like what she did. Okay. Let me show. I'm just show you a couple of pictures on Twitter. Watch this. See right there? It's saying who wore it better because she looked like a, you know, I'm not gonna say a word. Look at the guy on the right. Look at the guy on the left. A lady on the left. Huh? That's the kind of attitude she had. She owns the world, and everybody got to bow down. Okay, styling and profiling. Okay, that's what she is about. She's a wannabe. And with her attitude like that, she'll never be what she wants to be because you got to change. And there's no change in that. Look at this. Jim said she named herself tonight. She memed herself good tonight. Good night. She memed herself good tonight. Yeah. That's the meme that will be showing. That little hole in her mouth and yelling out liar will be her meme for the rest of her life. That's her attitude. That's how she feels. And that's how it came out. And now the whole world will see her stinking, funky attitude. Yeah, that lady right there. That's all she is. A wannabe, troublemaker, and trying to design herself like her master, Trump. Okay? But she's still just a wannabe. She has not arrived yet, and people seen it last night. That's all I got to say about her. On another note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate this man right here. He did an awesome job. 38,000 points. LeBron James took over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's title record. He broke the record. And now you see the passing of the ball from Kareem to LeBron. LeBron is on his way out too. Kareem's been out for many years. But Kareem was one of the best that played the game. And so from one of the best that played the game to the best that's playing the game. And it's apropos to see it happen and to see both men still living. And Kareem wasn't angry. He was happy. That record stood for like almost 30 years. So congrats to LeBron James. He did it right, tight, long, and strong. And he got about a few more years left in him, maybe 2-3 more years. And he'll hang it up too. Okay. But I wanted to bring those things out to you today. That's all I got for you, man. I have to call out what's right, and what's wrong, And you do not disrespect a president in the national scene like they did. But, here's the thing about it. Biden handled it very, very well. And you guys out there with Biden, he's just an old man. He can't do nothing. He's senile. Now, did that look like he was senile last night? Huh? I'm serious. Did it look like he was senile? No. Many of you would have crumbled at that. You tried to give a speech or a talk to an address to a jeering crowd like that. He stood firm on the podium. He stood firm in what he had to say. He didn't back up. He didn't flinch. He stood in there like a man, a strong man. He did a great job on that speech last night. And I want to commend our commander-in-chief. He is my president. If you're an American citizen, he is your president, whether you want him to be or not. And he did a masterful job of defending his platform. And he did a masterful job of asking the people to buy into his platform of the unity agenda. Okay? So that's my take for this day. I wanted to let you know how despicable I felt that happened. What she did to our president was so low. And I have to call her Allie. And for those of you who don't know what Allie means, go ask your mom. Go ask your grandma. They'll tell you. Yeah, Allie. How low can you go? Gutter. That's what she did. People in the hood and the streets would do what she did. Okay? And some people in the streets wouldn't do what she did. That's how low that is. You don't do that to the president in the middle of a speech addressing the nation. And I think part of that was Biden's plot. It fell right into his hands. What? It fell right into, would you see, Lisa? It fell right into his plans. He set the bait and he jumped on it. Yeah, because he wanted America to see the MAGA mentality and the MAGA attitude and the MAGA atmosphere. And it came out in full living color last night in the form of MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, do I like Marjorie Taylor Greene? Do I like her personality? Do I like her responsibility as a congressman? No, no, and no. Sorry, that's just I don't like how she behaves. I don't like how she talks. She talks condescendingly, and she talks to many people in a meaning manner. How in the world she got elected as a congressman from the United States, from Georgia, I will never know. Okay, but she did it, and so we got to deal with people like that, with this type of mentality they have. We have to deal with them. And we don't, when we deal with these type of people, ladies and gentlemen, we don't stoop to their level. You can't do that. But you have to call out their behavior, the idiotic behavior, which your behavior last night was idiotic. We have to call that out. Okay. And we have to stand strong on what the principles we know is right for America and for the life in general, people in general. Only people like that, the only thing they want to do is show out and they show their butt. That's what she did. Huh? And she wants to call attention to herself. That's what she did. But the problem is she got attention, but it's negative. Okay? Negative. And as you saw in the video, she said, well, he's a lot. She didn't back down. She's still saying it. And the proof is in the pudding. I showed you 2 videos that they're promoting this plan of cutting Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare out. And it's not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I know you think that Medicaid will be here forever and Social Security. No. It's not given for that. These people can get together and say tomorrow Social Security is out, tomorrow Medicaid is out, tomorrow Medicaid is out, if they want to. And if you want Medicaid, Social Security, whatever, you in the cold. You left with nothing, high and dry. Sayonara, chica. You gone. Your money gone. So if you got any sense, you get Medicaid, you get Social Security, Medicare, whatever, you better get in touch with your congressman and say, do not bring any proposals up there. If you do, vote against. Let your voice be heard. Let your vote be heard. Let your ideas against it be heard. You have the right to do so. Okay? Yeah. Don't remain silent when evil is lurking. Speak up for what's right. That's what I do. What do you think I'm doing this for? I like to be talking on the floor. I just like to talk about it. No. I call out something when it's wrong. And I highlight something that's right. So I've called out MTG for wrong. I proved her tonight that she was wrong. You saw 2 videos where 2 different senators are promoting that same philosophy of cutting out Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, and many, many other federally funded programs. Okay. And those people that are doing the calling for these programs to be cut out are rich. They don't have to worry about it. But the people that ain't got nothing, they left out in the cold. So I'm for calling out wrong, and I will highlight and promote what's right. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that's my rant for today. That's all I got to say. And that all round. All right, let's ride this train real quick. I don't know who's out there, but I'm going to make it real quick because I don't think we got a lot. We're just going to run right into it. I don't want to do all that people who All right, who's running the house today? Let's go. Smooth Sound, what's up, man? You good? First man up in the house today. He said, did I make number 1? Yeah, you made number 1, man. Number 1, and you on the gun. Number 1, and you doing just fine. Hey, Smooth, I hope your visit to the doctor will be fine, and I hope that everything will work out well for you. Those of you that may or may not know, Smooth is getting another stent done when it's hard. They've had 2 procedures already. First 2 procedures were inpatient care in the hospital. The third procedure rather will be outpatient care. So Smooth, I hope you do well. We're still praying for you, and you stay strong and go through what you got to do. Okay. And y'all out there, remember Smooth Sound in your prayer. Okay. Yeah. You number 1, man. Y'all give him his props too. All right. It's good to see you, Smooth, in the house today. Who we got? Ron Chain, BobbieD, Smooth said, even Fox News said Biden was not a lie. Yeah, he was not a lie. One of the second the interview I showed you with Senator Rick Scott, that gentleman that was interviewing was a Fox News reporter. You know, and he said, well, you know, that's just the Democratic talking points, and that he said, no, the reporter said, no, it's not. It's in the plan. He said it twice. He said it's in the plan. It's not a talking point. It's in the plan, sir. Could be caught him right in the lie. You know, people need to stop lying. Politicians need to stop lying and tell the truth. Shame the devil, like my mama said, man. If I was a politician, I wouldn't be telling them lies, or I resign from office. And that's what I think Marjorie Taylor Greene and all them senators like Rick Scott and Mike Lee from Utah, go on and resign. Rather than telling somebody trying to lie, go on and resign, man. Lying ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know, let's go around chain. Who we got? What's up, Markel? Markel in the house. Markel, you know I gotta tell you, right? Number 2, Jeff on it. Y'all see Markel tomorrow. Markel will be by here tomorrow, bringing some wisdom and words of wisdom. We had a great time on Markel's show. I was on the roll call. Markel had a show called The Roll Call on Sunday. First time I was there, man. We had a great time, man. We have a bunch. Markel there, but like, well, I don't know how many guys, maybe 9 to 10 guys out there, and everybody just came in and we did talk about this. We talked about that. We talked about this. It was a good, refreshing way to get things done and to talk about things and come up with fresh ideas and to just to see where everybody's head's at, you know. And some people would, and it's refreshing because you get to see some ideas that you had never even thought about. You know, I saw some different ideas from what I had, and I like different ideas. You know, it helps me. You might not agree with it, but just the fact that you see a different point of view makes you more well-rounded and appreciate those around you. All right, let's go. Ryan Train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation, Group, One Love. Murphy, hey, what's up? Got in that how? Woo, he said, woo. Go Smooth, number 1. Hello, family. What's up? Hey, Smooth. Hey, Murphy. Good to see you, man. I had to bring out some more information about Biden's State of the Nation address and some things that happened. It's uncalled for, unnecessary, and when people do stuff like that to elected officials on a national and international scene, they have to be called out for what they are: buffoons, buffoonery. That's all it was, just a showboat. And the thing about it, that Kevin McCarthy, which is the leader of the Congressional House of Speakers, Congressional Speaker, House of Representatives Speaker, he had already told all the Republicans, said, listen, going to be on national TV. Nobody go and do anything crazy. Nobody talk out of turn, and just be respectful and just listen. But no, not Marjorie. And a few others out there did the same thing. They wouldn't listen. Yeah. And so the whole world saw the status and the mentality and the brutality and the profanity of the Republican Party as it stands right now. They are going through a tumultuous place right now, and they need somebody that's got some good head on them, good reference from them to come and settle that party down. But until they get people like her in check, they will not go anywhere. They will not. I guarantee you, the American people are not crazy. They're not going to put crazy right-wing MAGA people in office over the highest office in land. That's why Trump was kicked out. People, when Trump got initially elected, nobody knew how he was. He never been in office anymore. So we'll give him a try. We'll give him a try. I was even saying that at first. I said, man, you know, he might just do some good. You know, they at least give him a try. I never voted for him. I said, maybe he might do better. Boy, was I, and many others sadly mistaken when they saw. I never voted for him, though. I never voted, but I voted for Hillary. But I'm saying, when you don't know how somebody is in the mind, and you don't know what their tendencies are, then they come out of something totally other way. You feel sad that you voted for them. I'm saying, so when you know what you're getting, that's the best way to vote. If you don't know what you're getting, do not vote. You know, do not vote for that person. Vote for somebody you know about. Okay. All right, man. That's it. Let's go. Who else got? Ryan Train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation. Who? He said, Mr. Markel Hayes. What's up? Mr. Markel, Mr. Hayes. Welcome. Markel Hayes. Mr. Markel, Mr. Hayes. Welcome. Okay. Ryan Train, who we got? Smooth. He said, number 1 after surgery. Okay, you already did the surgery. Okay. I'm glad. I hope everything came out all right. I see you online right now, so I would assume that it's fine. You had no bad aftermath of the surgery, and that you're doing well. And we'll continue to pray for you that God will continue to bring you through this, and that you will recover fine. Smooth Sound is in a good space right now, mentally, emotionally, and physically. He's losing weight. He's eating better. His blood pressure dropped to 115/87. That's an excellent blood pressure rate. I commend you to keep it up, brother, because we know your blood pressure at one point was off the charts. You know what I'm saying? So keep it up. Whatever you're doing, man, do not stop, okay? This is your year, 2023. You not a wannabe. You're going to be. Okay, man? That's how you got to think. Let's go round train. BobbieD, DC, One Nation, the Group up. Markel in the house. He said, if they do nothing in the next 15 years, your Social Security will drop by 30%. Yeah. And I don't anticipate our Social Security to drop. I anticipated that the government will go in and do what they always do. They make adjustments to the plans so that no one will be left out and that your money won't drop. They've been doing it in the past. They will continue to do it. You know, they're going to find a way to make a way, shake away, take away. There's too many elderly people on Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. And not only elderly people, there's many people that's not elderly on Medicaid, Social Security, all of that. They're getting the benefits or whatever the plans they can get, whatever ailment they have, whatever condition they have. They're availing themselves of the law that's on the books in this land of the United States of America. I expect them to do whatever it takes to keep these programs up and running. And if they wanted to cut these programs out, go ahead, cut them out. But I guarantee it'll be a revolution. You'll see all a bunch of seniors going. They have a senior walk to the White House with a cane. Let's get him. They're not gonna do it, man. I guarantee you they're not gonna do it. And if you know, it's not only Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare plan, Markel, veterans plans too. Veterans plans are federally funded. In his 12-point Rescue America plan, you can go to rescueamerica.com and look up Rick Scott's 12-point Rescue America plan. It said all federally funded programs, not just, it didn't just Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, all federally. That's your check too. You know, all that stuff they want to cut out, you know, and then say after 5 years, cut everything out. And after 5 years, after you cut it out, if the people want it back, they'll vote it back in. Who want to do all of that, man? That don't even make no sense. Let's go around chain BobbieD, DC, One Nation, the Group up. Ken, what's up, man? He's an MTG, is a complete wacko plan and so playing some. Yeah, man, she done lost it, man. I don't know if she'll ever return. I don't know if she'll ever find it back again. She got divorced. Her husband got her. I think her husband recognized that fact and divorced her. Husband's a pretty good guy. He made a lot of money. And then we found out also that she did something on the PPP plan. You remember the plan during the lockdown pandemic? They gave business money and stuff. She faked them like she needed money for the business. I think they got so many million out there, and they're taking a court on that. Crazy stuff, man. She's a hypocrite. She's full of hypocrisy, you know. And you need to call out people like that. You know, I think she just wants the limelight to show off, and so that she can see that the other wackos out there like her that she's a good wacko. Vote for me. I'm just like y'all. I'm crazy. I'm lazy, and I'm crazy just like y'all. Vote for me. Let's go around here. Who we got? Ken. He said she is on her knees worshiping the great comment. That's it, man. And I don't know what else she's doing on her knees to the comment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You know, Orange Band still has a modest following right now. I don't think it's large. But you know what, man? You can never put him out because he has that much appeal to many, many people. You can never count him out, okay? And the reason why I say that, because many counted him out in 2016, but he proved them wrong. And he almost proved us wrong in 2020, you know what I'm saying? Almost, you know? So let's see where it goes. I don't think that he'll be in the running. I don't think he'll be the nominee of the Republican Party. They're looking at right now, the Republican Party is revolving around the Santos. And there's another lady. I can't seem to remember this lady's name. She used to be Vicky something. She used to be ambassador to the United Nations for America. They're looking at her and Santos right now, Ron DeSantis. So we'll see. And did I say Santos? I didn't mean Santos. Y'all know what George Santos is nothing but a straight up lie. He's been proven on so many lies. They're trying to get him out. He and Mitt Romney had a big discussion. And they highlighted that on the news. Ron said, "You should be in the back in the dark. You shouldn't be up the front with the front seat because you ain't nothing but a lie." And the Sanders felt kind of way about it. He moved back. He didn't want to fight him. Oh Lord, crazy stuff happening on national TV, man. When you deal with these politicians, let's go right train. Who we got? Markel, he said, yeah, I'll talk about this I'll talk about this last week, Bobby. DI told people they're talking about taxing VA benefits and doing away with TDIU when they turn 65. Yeah, that's just part of it, man. Republicans are going crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going crazy with this kind of stuff. And who does that? The people that serve this country, and then they don't deserve to be taxed. And they don't deserve to be taking away TDIU. You know, they don't when they turn 65. I don't care if they turn 105. If they are qualified for this program, they should stay, and you should not mess with it. People that put their lives on the line for this country, don't mess with them. And every veteran that's in the sound of my voice is receiving any kind of medical assistance, subsidy, any kind of subsidy, should rise up right now and talk to the congressman, the House of and the senator, and let them know, I want you to stop this right now. I put my life on the line. This is how you treat me? Yeah. That's what they did with the other act they passed last year. I think it was the PACT Act and the Environment Act, where the Burn Pact Act. Remember that? Veterans had to get on the air and say, "What are y'all?" They had to call the congressman out in order for the act to get passed. I'm telling you, man, you have to deal with these people for what they are, who they are, and the way they are. And when people like Marjorie Taylor Greene get on the air and call the president of the United States a liar, we that know the truth have to stand up for what's right. And that's what I'm doing. You think I'm the only person feel this way about her? No, not about her, but what she did. No, just go on Twitter, go on Facebook, go on Instagram. All of these social apps, people are outraged. Okay, that the sitting congresswoman could get up and say something nasty like that, yell it out, you know, in front of the whole nation. You know, it's wrong, man. You respect. You don't have to agree with him. You know, it's okay, man. But you have to act in an orderly manner, or you shouldn't be in there. You know, kick her butt out, you know, or somebody say, listen, man, sit her down, or something. And she got up. Also, she got up yelling, "You're a liar." Who does that, man? That's so disrespectful. That's despicable. And she's a woman. I can see she's a brawly type of man. You know, he might be drunk or something, but she wasn't drunk, and she's a female at that. That makes it even worse. Let's go around train by the DC One Nation of the Group of Love. My brother here, he said, look, let's take a donation to send MTG some red Kool-Aid. I tell you, man, she needs something to cool herself down. I don't know what's wrong with her, you know? But I think she just trying to stand out. That's why she had on, you saw that pimp jacket she had on, right, with the fur top, you know? She was just trying to stand out. When people do stuff like, they like the limelight. You know, they like to be seen and they like to be heard. And she was seen and she was heard last night. But guess what? It was not in a good light. It did not make the Republican Party look the best way they wanted to look. It made them look sad. It made them look in disarray. It made them look leaderless rather. It made them look buffoonery, like they were clowns. Because her suit, the big coat she had on with all the fluffy stuff, it almost looked like a clown suit. Bozo the clown, MTG the clown. It just didn't do me well when I saw it. I said, what the heck? What the heck? I couldn't believe she did that, man. Who does that? Crazy folk do that. Let's go around chain. Who we got? Market. He said Obama went through the same. Yeah, man. Obama went through it. They disrespected him, but this was worse than what they did to Obama. She yelled it out. Period. I mean, the camera caught her, and it was just a spectacle. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, man, to disagree. Again, it's okay to disagree. Everybody don't see eye to eye on politics. Just like yesterday, I was talking about what's her name? Kamala Harris. I was talking about her, and I had someone on the show, Steven. You know, it's me and Steven and Ty. We like that. You know, one of my guys. I've known him for a long time. You know, but I was saying some stuff about her that I didn't like her politics. I didn't like her leadership. And, you know, I said that I hope that if Biden runs again and he wins, that I hope that he would stay alive long enough so he can get through his term, because I didn't want her to be president. And he took offense to it, you know, but it's okay, man. You know, I didn't take offense to him saying it, that he didn't like it. It's okay, you know, but that's how we were. And I didn't cuss him out. He didn't cuss me out. He said, that's my friend. I said, so I recognize it. Okay. And I explained it to him. I said, if I knew Kamala, she'd probably mean her, probably be nice and type, you know. But it's her leadership style that I did not like. And I don't like it now. I don't like her leadership. I think she's a good person. I think she's a good lawyer. And I think she's maybe a good leader in some ways. But her leadership style, I don't like. A lot of people quitting their campaign, and there's a lot of tales about what she's done, like you said. Anyway, but yeah, it's the way you handle everything. It's the way you do things right. Okay, let's go around town. We got Marquez. He said politicians do it as a fundraiser. Yeah, they do it. They get notoriety. You know, then people that crazy like them vote for them, and they crazy like them give them money. Just like people that gave the orange man money. You know, most people that gave him money had a crazy mentality, just like him. Yeah, but you know, some days things will change. I don't know when it's going to be, but people like that, what she did last night was sickening, and it's despicable, and it needs to be called out. People need to have a certain demeanor, a certain manner of behavior when you're inside the United States House of Congress, and when you're in a meeting, national meeting with the President of the United States. You should be respectful of your leader. Now, maybe you didn't want him to be leader. It's okay. She didn't want him to be leader. She wanted the orange man still in there. But that's not what happened. It's people like from the MAGA, they can't accept the reality of what it is right now. They're still living in the past, wishing that orange man was still in office. And people that are living in the past are not reasonable. They're unreasonable. And you don't want to be around somebody that's living in the past, because they won't be able to accept you. They won't be able to deal with reality. You're in reality. How does this look? You're in reality and somebody's in non-reality. They don't match it. It doesn't match up. So when you get together, there's going to be some friction. You're dealing with reality, and they will. Well, I know I'm a Trump. Trump said, Trump is not an officer. Well, I wish he was in, and he was in. See, it caused friction. It's caused conflict, and you don't need to be with somebody like that. People need to deal with where we are right now, what has happened, and accept the world for what it is for right now. And that's how you deal with reality, and that's how you deal with the world around you, instead of wishing and hoping and praying that was back there when the day when Trump is no longer a factor, right? He's no longer relevant to the politicians of the day. And if you look at the news, he's having trouble raising money for his so-called campaign. Let's go around train BobbieD, see One Nation. Murphy, he said they sell t-shirts on Amazon that says FK Biden. That's it. Yeah, that is sad, man. And they call him Brandon. I don't know. That's another derogatory term. But you know, people have a right to express themselves. That's one of the laws of this land, freedom of expression. It's okay, man. You know, but when they take it's stuff like this, the FK Biden and all the stuff like she did, that the lady said liar out in this stuff like that cause other crazies and wackos to take things in their own hand. Like this guy that hits Speaker Pelosi's husband in the head. You know, he's a wacko. He's a wacko. And stuff like that, when you say stuff about people, other people that's wacko, they just go further, take it to the next level. So we have to be, those people that are politicians have to be more respectful. They have to be more aware of what they say, how they say it, so they want to attract people that do things like that. You know, and it's wrong, man. No way you can't get around that. Wrong is wrong, and right is right, and tight is tight, and long is long. Man. Let's go. Right, everybody. Who we got? Marquez said, wow, they want to raise the age from 67 to 70, 67 for cut some of the benefits for retirees and increase the amount of health insurance and health care for seniors as the way to try to help. That ain't going to work, man. Raise the age for retirement from 67 to 70. You know what? That's what they're doing in France right now. That's why they're having all these riots in France. Whatever his president name out there, Marchand or whatever. They raised the retirement age from 60 to 62, okay? And people are pissed because people was getting ready to retire. And I said, no, you got to wait 2 more years. He's like, what? They're getting ready to retire, man. You know, the maximum amount they get for retiring, everybody gets around 1,000 euros a year when you get 60 right now. But they changed the law to 62, and people are pissed off about it. So you let them try something like that, see what's going to happen. It'll be, like I told you before, every old person in the world, they be getting out when they crank their canes and their wheelchair, and they be marching on Washington. I'm telling you, man, you don't mess with old people money, man. You know, that's all they got. And most of the people on Social Security and stuff like that, that's all they got. I'm talking about people that, got some sense and had some other means of streams of income. But the majority of people on Social Security, that's all they got. And you gonna take the little bit they got from them? Come on, man. You gonna cut the money back? No. That they talk about a revolution. The revolution will not be televised because they're gonna bomb them. Stop this playing, but that's not gonna work. Let's go right there. Who we got? Market spending. I got you, man. You just want to spend, try to cut spending and try to cut government spending, but that's not the right way. What they should do is what Bernie Sanders and many others have said: take the money from the rich. Okay, you take some of the rich are not like I heard where half the people in this country do not pay taxes, zero taxes. Okay, and most of the people that pay zero taxes are rich. They find a way, make a way, shake away, take away to work around the tax rules and tax laws to get what? Tax cuts. Okay, I say take those tax cuts out and give that money that they were trying to avoid to pay taxes on, make them pay more taxes, and that will help the economy out. Now, if you remember, I think it was 2017, Trump passed a big tax cut that gave corporations multi-billion corporations, and he said, "Well, if I give them more money back to them, they'll take this money and they will put it in the economy, and we'll grow, we'll get better." You think what they did? Is that what they did? No, y'all know what they did. They put their money in their pockets, and then they put nothing back in the economy. That was just a thank you to Trump because we put you in office. Okay, so I'm saying, man, y'all need to be aware of what's going on. Politicians, all of that stuff, man. Be aware. And if you need to write your congressman or your senator, do it, okay? Because if you keep going around closing your eyes and just letting everything slide, that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to slide. They're going to slide your money out of your check. They're going to cut your check back and everything else. You got to be strong, long, and keep your eyes open and aware. And like me, when I see wrong, I call it out, man. If Marjorie Taylor Greene was African American, I would still be on this ear telling y'all she was wrong. It's not about her race. It's not about her gender, whether she's male or female. It's about how she behaves. Her behavior was unacceptable to me, and I'm thinking I would hope that it's maybe unacceptable to many of you as well. For those of you that felt I was wrong for talking about Kamala Harris, I apologize. I didn't mean to say anything to offend anybody. Those of you that think I'm wrong for talking about MTG, I apologize. But I have to tell you, this is how I feel, and this is how I see it. I don't apologize for giving you my view. I apologize for maybe offending you on the way I say it, okay? That's it for now, guys. What else we got? That's it. Okay, well, hold on. Got one more. That's it. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Just bring a real quick one to you. This is BobbieD saying take care. God bless. I'll see you on the backside of Meyer. We'll be here with Markel and Meyer doing it right. It's a day Friday. No, I was gonna say I done missed another day. Not a day 30. I'll see y'all with Mark Lamar. Y'all take care, and we'll be off of politics, okay? I'm off of this for a minute, okay? But that didn't sit well with me at all. I had to let y'all know what's on my mind, okay? So we'll be back to the regular agenda beginning tomorrow, okay? That's it for now, guys. BobbieD saying take care. God bless. Peace.